Terry Donahue. I'm out here with Logan Tracy in Columbia, Pennsylvania. We're getting to the last step of the restoration of New Jersey Transit 26. I'm going to let Rob Super, he's the master painter here. The last step is painting the gray. Everything else above the center of the car is done. It's all sealed up. And I'm going to let Logan and Rob walk you around the car. One of the problems we have is all the lead that was used in the car body when it was built. And Rob will explain why some of the modern day paint does not like dealing with all the lead in the body. So Logan and Rob, I'm going to let you take it from here.
Okay, I'm going to go over a few things on the car here today that are going to have to be done in the painting. This area here is an air vent. The air vent has been removed and it will be painted off the car. If you see bare metal that is here in the spots, that's all going to get recoated with epoxy primer. The reason this is bare and showing through is because the car is very wavy in spots. It's very hard to see. So when you sand it, power sand it, it takes too much down. So the car will be sanded again with a light sandpaper 400 and Scotch-Brite pad. We'll go to the front here. There's another vent here that will be done and painted here, and there's a headlight assembly that is chrome that will sit inside this well, and the well will all be painted gray as the outside of the car. And the doors, the blue stripe has been done. As you can see, here's a small piece of it to show you what it looks like. Everything's been measured and taped off. So when you do this kind of stuff, I kind of made the stripe a little bit bigger here. So this area here gets scuffed and sanded and sprayed with the gray. And inside the door jambs itself. The blue stripe went around the whole car. It's 100% cured now, so that's done and ready to go. The side of the body here is the same as the other side. You see some primer spots that are covering the Bondo from the sanding I initially did to get it ready for paint. So this will all get cleaned and it will get sprayed. All these bare spots will be sprayed with the epoxy primer again. We'll continue down the side of the car here. And the same with the doors here. They've all been painted blue underneath and all covered and taped over, and everything will be cleaned up and painted gray. And the windows will be put back in when it returns to Baltimore. The cleats that go here to climb up the side of the car, like this cleat here, they had to be removed because the car had a hydraulic fluid that they used on the Catenary in its last days of service. And the stuff dripped and was actually on the inside of these cleats, and it leaked around, so I had to remove them so I can make sure the area is cleaned of all that. This whole entire area here has been all wire wheeled and cleaned down here. And then on this side of the car you can see the lead. There's lead here that has to be covered with the epoxy primer. We continue down the side, and there's another spot there where they spliced the car in originally, and lead here. And there's lead in here. This whole entire area here to curve it in. Back when they built this car, they didn't have Bondo, which you would use today. They used all lead filling, and it was sanded and filed down to match. This whole back area of the car here, up here, under here is the blue stripe. It's all covered in lead to make that transition. This spot right here is 100% lead under here, and in the rear window that's taken out right now, the window frame, I had to fill it back in with lead to kind of continue with the way it was constructed. You couldn't use Bondo in there because it was originally used with lead, so we used lead that we had for that. And the doors will all be painted underneath and around. The battery compartment has been already brought back up to good shape, and all this will be, everything you see here will be reprimed again. And there's lead here you can see in the spots, and that's pretty much it. So we had some challenges with working with the car here because we are not using any kind of lead-based products. This car has lead filler in it. You can see it here. We're using a polyurethane paint, and the challenges with that is this thing has to be sprayed with an epoxy primer, and then the polyurethane is put over top of it. If we have any spots that aren't done that well, the paint will bubble up and not stick to the car, and it has been some of the challenges we've been enduring as we've done the outside final work with the paint on the car. So, just work my way down here. These spots I gotta spray again. I didn't get enough on them. And then I just keep on cleaning. And I come down here. You see these spots here? I can't spray epoxy primer on those. And this surface is all wavy. There's all kinds of dings and dents in it. So whenever you sand it, there's a big wave right here with all these spots that stick up. Then you can see the lead there. It's all lead. It's all lead. Lead seam. So I gotta make sure I get epoxy over top of those.